Hey guys, it's me, Reem. I have a new video for you guys today. How to deal with a cheating woman. Well, first of all, let's break this down into some certain parts. The first part, what kind of relationship did you two agreed on? And I'm talking about explicitly agreed on. That's very important. What kind of relationship are you in with a woman? If you both have decided and both have agreed to enter a monogamous relationship together, and then you find out, or she tells you that she has cheated, then there is only one thing you can do, and is leave that woman from that moment on as fast as you can. With all the consequences that are there, you must leave. Only thing, you cannot stay with a woman whose her word is broken this strong, because this damages the trust. And what is something that I've learned from David X, it's a great little tool. He says honesty, trust, and respect. Those three elements are the pillars for any relationship. So if your woman breaks your trust in this way, of course this has, in terms of jealousy and feelings of rejection, for most men it has amazing devastating emotions as a consequence. And of course there is a discussion like, are these real? Is it your mistake? Is the new guy better? Should you leave her? It's not about that. This is simply about that you have a woman that damages your trust in such a huge way. That's a super clear red light that you should leave. You must leave. Not should, you must leave. That's one thing. The second thing, and it's according to my beliefs, this is not the truth. I'm not saying every woman is like this. I'm saying every woman has the seed and the potential to act like this. That's all I'm saying. So don't give me here these comments with like, oh, you say every woman is like this. No, I'm making a generalization here, and I want to state the following. I believe that if you are with a woman and she really likes you and she is in love with you, even then, if a woman has a chance to sleep with a guy that is of higher value than you in whatever ways, even for that moment, it can be sexual value, it can be other ways, it's a very attractive man or a very successful man, that man shows up who has that first quality, he's of high value, let's keep it simple, who makes her feel seen and beautiful, and who expresses a reality in which she feels safe and also can experience the trust that a sexual encounter with him would not reach any kind of daylight, kind of the what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of stories. If she meets a man like that, she will do it, because that's her nature. That's what I'm saying. There is a chance that she will do it. I would say women are programmed to cheat in those moments. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every woman will do, but I'm talking about a biology programming of a wiring, how we are wired, how our brain is wired. We are wired that if we are standing on very high building where we are safe, we are wired to trigger a fear mechanism that makes us sweat and scared. That's an example of how we can be wired. I'm talking here about that a woman is wired to have sex with a high value male. It's simply a evolutionary thing where she has a chance to breed to mix her genes with one of a very high class parent of her children. So in terms of survival, that's a mechanism, and we are animals, we are biological beings, organisms. In that sense, a woman is programmed to mate with that person. That's a strong belief I have. It's clearly my reality. I've seen and spoke with many women and men who know about this stuff. So that's one thing. And the second thing, guys, if you think I'm talking clearly bullshit, just think about this possibility, that you are right now a man who is not one of these men who makes it possible for a woman to mate with that man like that, because a woman simply does not see that man in you yet. So it could be, what I'm talking about, that woman, let's say you're married, your woman goes on a cruise ship with a very good female friend, and they both have the intention, really the intention, to not have sex with anyone. I say that when the right man shows up, in that moment, a woman will do it, even if the mind is not fully there, but she finds a way to compartmentalize it and forget about it and be okay with that later on. She will do it. She will come back to you. She pretends nothing happened. And this man, let's say there are, for example, doesn't matter, 100 men on that cruise. One man, he's got this reality. He can subcommunicate, he can even non-verbally express that he is this kind of guy. It's one of those rarer guy. It's not half of the man population. These are a few ones. If this man shows up, she will fall for that, because women are in nature following, and this man has a reality that those 99 other men don't have. So that means that if you start talking to these 99 other men about women, like, oh, you can look them in the eyes and they feel your presence, and she can give you signals that she wants you, and you can pull her right there in half an hour or 5 minutes or whatever to the room, have an experience where no one knows about. This is a reality that 99 of those men are completely blind for. Yeah? This touches a topic, it's called hypergamy, that explains why women are wired like that, what's the evolutionary reason for that. And this is just something to think about, sir. So when your woman is cheating, I mean, many men, there are actually two things. One is like, if you make a compromise, if you make an agreement with your woman, where you both agree to not do that, why would you make that agreement if that's against her nature? Because that's what it is. That's one thing to think about. Do you want to be a man that makes such agreements? For me personally, no. I see reality this way. I'm not saying all women are like that. Most women I've seen, they have stories where they kiss or where they whatever, have experience with men like that. And it's up to you. What do you want in your life? I personally think that the only thing you should focus on is wake up from your Walt Disney reality, which could be the case for you as well while watching this video. And the second thing, be able to deal with cheating on an emotional level, which means that if you hear the news that your woman has cheated, that you are able to deal with that. And a big part for being able to deal with that is by developing yourself as the best possible version you ever can. That's how I see it. So that means that if you have 1 week, live life to the max, guys. Live it to the max. Don't get lazy. Keep going to the gym. Keep doing your homework. Keep doing your stuff. Keep chilling with friends. Keep doing the things that you like. Don't get a lazy fat ass on a couch, like a couch potato, and then your woman cheats and then you're crying and in despair and you don't know what to do. You didn't see it coming. Don't be that guy. Be a guy that's always ready to leave. If your woman cheats on you and she breaks an agreement, this is key. You cannot trust her word anymore and you have to leave. You should be willing to leave and you must leave. But what I think, and what's actually even better for designing your relationship, is acknowledging this nature of women, that women have their moments like that, which is totally fine when she uses protection and that kind of stuff. Give her that freedom and be open about that. Be open about it, guys. Speak with her about desires, jealousy, all these kind of topics, dark desires, things she's missing in the bedroom. Make the relationship as open and as honest and as vulnerable as you can. And then live the relationship like that. And as a man, you can do the same. You have the freedom to follow your desires as well. But, and that's a big but, big but, as a man, you should also really be able to have a very strong desire to be with another woman, and then have the willingness to say no. Have the strength to say no. So kind of like, imagine that you are, that she ripped off your clothes, she's sitting on the knees in front of you with a cock in your hand, and she wants to put it in her mouth, that as long as you desire that you in that moment can say no to that. You should have that kind of strength. It's like a trained dog, and now I'm comparing the man as a dog, where the dog has a cookie in front of him, or a piece of meat, a piece of sausage, right in front of him. And he is so trained that he is already producing the saliva and he's really want to get it, but he is able to say no. That's something that you should develop as well, because otherwise you have the door wide open to have one little bit of an experience where you totally screw up your existing relationship. You should own this. So you should first of all create a strong relationship with her. It's the first step, where you have a space to explore these kind of things which are discussed and explained between you guys, between as a solid pair. And you can learn and grow and go through that together. And then you should both be able to say no, so that you only select the experience that you really want to have. That you're not a loose cannon all over the place. That's gonna destroy your relationship as well. So don't be that guy. Like, oh, I have an open relationship, and you're basically walking hand in hand. I always visualize it like that. You're walking hand in hand with her, but you're looking to other women all the time. That's not an open relationship, man. That's you're fooling yourself. I'm talking about not being the man that is walking hand in hand and is looking 100% of the time to this woman. No, we have also desires to explore other women. I'm talking about kind of like a 99% with your woman and a 1% very carefully selected opportunity to enjoy another woman. That's what I'm talking about. And this is something that many women don't get. And that's fine. That's fine. They don't have to understand that. But that's the reality I want to create, I'm going to create, and I'm taking a stand for, to be that guy. Yeah? So, to wrap it up, what to do if a woman cheats on you on an agreed, on a explicitly spoken agreement? First of all, get rid of her. This is a woman, it's about integrity. This is actually nothing to do with cheating. Of course, it has to do with cheating. But I mean, like, it's not about the cheating itself, it's about an agreement where she does not know her nature, she does not know what she wants, she cannot, blah, blah, blah. These are women you should stay far away from. I would say agree on a relationship where she has that possibility, where you give her that freedom, but with a little bit of speaking about it and those things. And honesty is required in that as well. And I believe that if you give the woman that freedom, she would actually use it less, because it's less excited, because it's still in agreement. It's not something hidden, something secret. That's my approach to this, guys. I thought it through for a very long time. This is what I've come up with. Let me hear your feedback on this, guys. This is vulnerable stuff also here for this YouTube thing. Many of the channels who speak about these topics, they get wiped off. They are deleted or whatever without any warning. Let's see. This is stuff I still want to share. I'm happy to hear your opinion, guys. Your experiences. Maybe you've heard stories from very good friends who suddenly found out that her girlfriend was cheating in their own bed. I know a story from someone about that as well. Of course, guys. These guys, this is super important. These guys, they are suddenly awakened to reality. They say, I could never, ever, ever thought that my girlfriend would cheat in my bed. And this guy, it's already going on for a few weeks. Guys, don't get fooled in your ass. Wake up to the nature of women. Learn, that's my advice, learn to be okay with this. In neurolinguistic programming, we learned everyone gives an own meaning to something. It's like this. If I walk on the street and I see a man, he is doing this to me, what meaning do I give? Automatically, this is subconscious stuff. For me, it's like, oh wow, this guy, there's something wrong with this guy. That's the meaning I give. Second possible meaning, oh, you see, yeah, I know I'm not a great guy, yeah, he confirms it, okay. Another man might get very insecure. And even another man might think, oh, this guy is crazy, he's a psycho, something wrong with him. But the thing is, I want to illustrate with this example, where this gesture, it's a camera observable gesture. In reality, that's what's happening. One guy pulls one of his fingers up and four down, that's an observable reality. The meaning that we as a community and society agreed on is that this is an insult. Well, that's up to you if you want to absorb that as an insult in that moment. For me, I choose to not do, unless if I see more, if that guy is yelling at me or if there is really a dangerous situation. But I'm just talking about a single gesture, yeah? Maybe with a bit of fun or whatever. No reason to must take it personal. This is a choice, guys. So let me get back. I got a little bit sidetracked here with this example. Yeah, don't get fooled by realities. Yeah, if a woman is cheating, oh yeah, what I say, like, we give a meaning. We give a meaning that if a woman cheats with a man, with another man, or when she has the desire to have sex and she follows that desire, that there is something wrong with her, that she is not of any kind of high value. That's not the reality I live in. I live in a reality where a woman at times has a desire to do that and should be free to explore that. But if she's in a committed relationship with me, there are some kind of, I won't say rules, but I expect a kind of, that she talks to me about it, in these kind of ways. That's I think a criteria for a relationship, that you have open communication. If that's not there, if that communication and honesty is not there, it's not a relationship, guys. You're fooling yourself. There's nothing. So that's the meaning. The thing, however, is that's a difference. To wrap it up, is to when she does that, when she has explicitly agreed to not do it. So then it's something else. It's the same woman with the same nature, but she has spoken to you something, and she violated that agreement, and that should be taken really serious. So that's, for me, that are in my world the scenarios you can go with a woman and a relationship. That's something I like to share. I like to reflect on you about. I'm not saying this is the right model for you. I think right now, I strongly believe it is the right model for me. I will go explore this. I'm not sure yet if it is, but from as far as I understand myself, my desires, women, I think this is the model that actually works. If you have a very strong foundation with the two of you first, so that means a monogamous relationship without having any kind of distractions first, to establish something, and then if it's strong enough, you go explore this kind of things. That's it for me right now, and I'm walking in that direction. And maybe in half a year or 5 years, it's totally the opposite. It could be, but it's not about that you do what I do. It's about that you consider something, that you see where I'm coming from, why I think it's best, and that you pick all the stuff and you decide what works for you right now in your life right now. So that's what works for me. If your relationships are not working, or you are also discovering that in your relationships you're lying to yourself because you time after time have to ignore your desires to explore moments with other women, then this is maybe something to think about. It's just for you to reflect, guys. Don't follow me like I'm a priest and you simply absorb everything what I say. I just want you guys to give you with some stuff to think about, to create your own opinion and your own relationship model, and also discuss it here. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I think this is how reality works for most of the women. Yeah, that's what I would say. Most of the women, most of the time. Of course, there are also moments when, let's say, a woman gets pregnant, maybe in terms of hormones, she feels more to bond with a partner, or of course, women live in cycles, guys. I mean, that's another video. That's another video. But I like to share these thoughts with you. We all know the guy that had a beautiful relationship, how it looks like on the outside. They're both happy together, blah blah, and then suddenly, bam, thunderstrike. We all have these examples. We all know people who have gone through that. It's either a man or a woman. Yeah, he cheated, suddenly, pam. No one knew about it. Really? That couple? We all know it. I've decided to not keep sleeping anymore, and I've opened my eyes and I accept this reality, which was for me not easy. It took me some months. I still must say that even though things like this might strike, or I'm really in those emotions with this, I still might find it difficult, but I know that I will walk this path to look within myself to find a completion. So let's say that a woman I'm with and we agree on to have this kind of open relationship, and she decides to have an experience with a guy, and she just like a little girl talks about him like, oh yeah, he was amazing, that massage that he gave me, the best massage I've had in years. I must say, if I hear that right in front of me and like, okay, so I'm not this kind of guy yet after all these years of work, okay, that's in a way that's painful. But I also see that it's an opportunity for me to take, and this is again how I give myself that meaning to the situation. It's an opportunity for me to improve myself even more. And I take it like that. And I take it light as well, not like, oh shit, I'm not good enough. No, it's like, okay, I'm now 90%. Oh, if I integrate it, I might be 92%. Wow, but I'm already great. I can be even a bit greater. That's how I like to develop, and already have developed for a large part, my self-love, self-confidence, that kind of topics, guys. This is the path I'm walking, the path of the superior man, the path of integrated man, evolved masculine, whatever you guys want to call it. Just the best version of yourself, to put it in simple English. This is my journey. So yeah, authentic excellence, man. This is it. Let's see, is there something I'm still missing? Let me quickly think. Cheating, agreements, open relationships. Yeah, this is how I think. This is how I think the only way how a man and a woman can be happily together for many, many years without lying to themselves, without feeling forced to ask questions like, oh, what did I get myself into? You know, like, oh my God, I'm here in this. I actually want to open up the relationship, but I can't. We have agreed on this and this. This is how I see as the only way how actually the relationship with one person and another one can work for many, many years. From both ways, from man to woman, women to man, man to woman, both ways. Also without having that passion alive. Because even if it works, you know, the relationships with monogamous, and we are both have agreed that that we keep our sex and our desires, everything with the two of us. Of course there are patterns, things can get boring. We all slip into patterns, and at moments, I mean, is that the relationship that you want? How many couples do you see that are happy in that type of relationship? And happy, I mean, not happy, but I mean like passionately happy. Like walking with their eyes and with their skin like shining, like wow, like the first months, the first weeks, you know, like, oh, we are still so passionately in love. I still have to meet those people. I don't say they are not there, I still have to meet them. And I like to learn from people I meet, people I talk with, and things I like to see, you know. These couples, I still have to meet them. It's not my way. It's not my way, guys. So, okay, with this stuff, it's about half an hour. It's long. It's a very important topic. Let me know, guys, what you think of this. I made an early video about this, which I'll put a link there or there, whatever you see it now. I'll put a link there or in the subscription, whatever, to an earlier video. I think this is an improvement, I'm not sure, where I cover the same content in more detail, so it's a better version. Maybe I'll not even refer to that link anymore, but this is, guys, what you should really think about. This is, if you want to know more about this, is the topics of hypergamy, like why a woman is hardwired to keep looking for higher value males. It touches also many books about the composition of a sperm. A great book is called Sperm Wars by Robert Baker, top of mind, not sure, I think Robert Baker. He wrote about the composition of sperm, where we have fertilizer sperms, guarding kinds of sperms to attack other armies of sperm, where we even have the kind of like penetrating kind of sperm that can break through the egg cells, and also attacker sperms that are really just there to kamikaze kind of attack other sperm cells. So 4 types of sperm cells. Something about that. Let's see, my battery is running out. I really have to close it down. So that's for me also from a different angle that supports that evolutionary supports that we are not made for monogamy, guys. Why does cheating happen then if we are made for monogamy? On these scales, around 10% of the men, of the children, grow up with a father that's not their biological father worldwide. These are fair estimations. Of course, it's never a specific true number, but this is very, very well done research. These are numbers, guys. We have now condoms, we have morning after pills, all this kind of stuff, and it's still this amount. How many cheatings happen that don't see the light? Think about that, guys. Wake up. This is my view. You don't have to agree. Okay, see you in the next one, guys. I'll close before it shuts down here, the battery.